Okay. So we are live on YouTube too now. So all good. We are live everywhere. Let's rock the world with positivity.
Yes, sir.
So, good.
So good evening, friends and colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody who has joined us for our today's session. This session has been brought to you by TRIUMPH. I'm Dr. Prateek Bam. I'm a team member, social media and PR team member, Team TRIUMPH. Along with me, I have Dr. Supriya Rao with us, co-founder, Team TRIUMPH. And for this session, Team TRIUMPH has taken so much of efforts. Team TRIUMPH works to create and spread mental health awareness by trying to bring down all the walls of stigmas, educating and empowering people with knowledge about mental health and illness. For this session, we have with us Mr. Deek Parassini, sir. Sir has completed his MSc in Business Psychology from Heriot-Watt University, UK, and much more. Sir's mission is to make positivity free to everyone, and he does everything just as giving back to the community. Some call him the healer of the mind, some call him the positive influencer, some call him the question and answer specialist, and many call him as a motivational speaker, a mentor, or guru. Most of his sessions are question and answers, live sessions, just as today, in this format, because he believes that whatever motivation is given to the people will work only if their core problems and doubts are solved, and not only just giving motivation will help. So according to him, what you see and show will reflect back, and what you listen and speak will resound back, and what you react and receive will revert back into your life. So always make sure it is all positive. And to add on to this, personally, I know and I follow Deek sir since past more than 3 years, and it is so generous and kind of him that he does not charge a penny for any of his sessions, and he does all of his sessions Instagram, Facebook, YouTube live, and without any preparation or without, it is just spontaneous, and it is absolutely pleasure watching him answering all of the questions very happily and to the point. So it is a pleasure from Team TRIUMPH to have you on the board, sir.
My pleasure, TRIUMPH and their team, and especially to Prateek for getting me on to this new venture you guys are getting into. So, there's many ways I do my sessions, and it's more about question answer. Why I do most of my session as a question answer format is because what I believe is the day you stop asking is the day you stop learning. And the day you stop learning is the day you stop growing. So it is quite related, because I go live sessions, I go on stage. I've done sessions for 5th grade students to 60-year-old group of adults. So age is not a problem, because I believe that everyone should know and understand positivity more than any other creation which is there in this world. So I know it's a difficult task to ask questions. I know it's a difficult thing that you will say, what am I going to ask? What I tell people is, you can ask me any question from birth to death. That is one condition which I do. And any question which is really bothering your heart. So bothering your heart means there'll be various doubts you have. Why, like for example, why do I get angry? Right? Or why do why do I cry? Or, why is my parents dealing me this way? Or why is today's generation this way? Why are adults not understanding the current youth? It can be any question from birth to death, provided it's a genuine question. That is point number one. There's different ways you can ask me. One is directly say, I have a personal problem. This is my problem. What is your suggestion? I would generally give a return by giving an overview of the concept so everyone benefits, and last 1-2 minutes, I'm going to give your concept back. The other way, you can just generally ask me how to control anger, or what's depression, a general kind of a perspective. Or the easiest way, which I would like everyone to ask is, my friend has this problem, and this friend is good. Don't tell us your problem, just tell us your friend's problem. So no one knows about it, right? So you can ask me that way also. Why I'm doing my sessions this way is basically, I want everyone to ask. I want everyone to question. I want everyone to, because the world has moved in such a way that you are all taking so much of information from the media, information from social media, from TV, from newspaper. No one is questioning. You're all taking it in, thinking that it is the truth, right? So when you are moving from that perspective and you stop asking questions, there are chances that people can influence you much more. If you constantly listen, saying that this is the problem, this is the problem, this is the problem, this is the problem, you are slowly going to believe that this is the problem. So the question here is, are you questioning it back? Are you putting a critical thinking or not? Or is it because one celebrity said, this is what it is, you blindly believe, yes, this is what it is? So many people tend to lose it from that perspective. Many people are having a lot of fake information. And the beauty of life is there is so much of information available in the world. I don't know which great person said that statement. So there's a lot of information and the knowledge is hidden in that information. And there is so much of knowledge, the wisdom is hidden within that knowledge itself. But no one is reaching wisdom. Everyone is stuck with information. The more information I have, the more I can talk. If it's good or bad or negative or positive, true or false, the more information I have, I can talk. Why do people watch the news? So I can discuss. But is it really true? We have to ask the question. Is there truth in it? We have to ask the question. Is a celebrity promoting a product good for us? You got to ask the question. So we are not asking many of these questions and we keep it inside us without asking the question. We go on with that not questioning, suppressing. And that leads to various mental issues, physical issues, diseases, health issues, and the list goes on. So what I tell people is when you ask questions which is generally coming from your heart, there are chances that you get the answer and you could reply back to the world in a much more better way rather than playing a victim card of you saying that, oh, this person did this to me, that is why my life is like that. The world is unjust, it's not fair to me. The world is totally, my family don't understand us. And then you will slowly evolve it to a mental issue, a depression, or various other technical words which is there in the scientific side of things. I'm a person who believes that clinical depression is only with 1% of the person. Remaining everyone is making up depression, right? That's what I believe. I can be wrong. I've talked to a lot of psychological people and psychiatrists and psychologists. It's a great discussion when I come in head on head with those people. But my belief is that most of them is created because many of the youth have messaged me starting saying that I am depressed. I said, where do you know you're depressed? No, I searched in Google. I said, oh, wow, you searched in Google and you analyzed that you're depressed? I said, what does it say in Google? No, depression is a mental disorder. That disorder will have this all symptoms. And these symptoms, based on that, I'm depressed. I said, oh, really? Okay, let's discuss. When did you first feel depression? Oh, I had a breakup with my girlfriend and the girlfriend left me and it's all over there. So all my friends said that you look sad, you look, frustrated, you look totally broken. I think you are depressed. Okay, what is depression? Go and Google depression, You are being led. I'm not blaming the science or the scientific side of things. It was very smart. They used clinical depression as a general word called depression. If you open up the dictionary and look at the word depression, it will be saying that sitting at a sad state. Sitting at a sad state that everyone has gone through, man. Even I have gone through. A baby crying, you will say depressed, they are crying. But a kid is crying just to share a message or they're trying to communicate. So, but what has happened is everyone is busy and the child doesn't have anyone to communicate. They put it into themselves and slowly Google it. And the first symptom of any general kind of mental issue is, you're overthinking a lot. You're overthinking a lot because of what is the reason behind it? You have a lot of free time, you tend to overthink. You leave the mind free, it is going to standard question I ask people, sir, we are overthinking too much. Yeah, you're sitting free and you leave your mind automatically. It is a thinker. Mind is a beautiful thinker. But what do? First of all, we don't ask why we are thinking. That is, we just think and think and think. And the beauty of thinking is that is you bring assumption also into the picture. Then that masala which it comes, right? This girl did this because that friend of hers is like that. That friend influenced her, so she did that. And you go hit that person with that assumption, which makes it more complicated again. So what's happening here is slowly, we are being sold into some kind of an issue which is sometimes untrue. So all the people who come to me they have depression, they have anxiety disorder, they start with that discussion. Slowly, when you get into the roots of the things, it is some mother's anger, it is some father's beating, it is some surrounding which has made them what they truly are, and they are not getting the answers of the surrounding, so they blame it to their mind. Surrounding is busy to solve their mind problem, so why not we move it into the people who know about the mind, right? Generally, my point of view is it is next to impossible for any human to decode mind. It is very, very personal, it is very, very exclusive, and it is just to that person. Until you don't want to solve it, no one in the world can solve it, right? So that is
Can I please interrupt you for a second?
Yes.
This is an interactive session. I would love everybody who has joined for this session to please, if you are comfortable, please on your videos.
Yeah.
So that sir also feels good interacting with everybody.
No, I'm fine, with any time, because you know what, most of my communication.
I absolutely understand, sir.
Yeah, most of my communication I have with the youth is through chatting, right? When I started my spreading positive concept, every late night there'll be 3 random kids, one getting into suicide, one had a breakup, one had a parents issue, and through chatting somehow they understood their concept, what life is trying to teach them, and slowly they understood this thing and they figured it out, right? I've talked to girls who got harassed by various family members, and they are keeping it, like literally I had an experience, the girl who got harassed at such a young age, and she kept it there, and after talking to me, and she just cried in front of me then. And I said, did you ever cry in your life? He's saying, no, this is the first time I'm crying. Now for 10 years the girl didn't question it, didn't challenge it, didn't share it. You keep it, genuinely, automatically the person is going to break down with time, right? So there are many things happening, there's many things, I don't want to get into the details side of things, but what is that you want to ask so that I can reply in the best possible way? I've triggered you in various ways to ask me various questions. I've challenged you most of your thoughts, because I did a quick overview of TRIUMPH TBT, of what you guys do. You are into the mental side of things, and you are in the psychological side of things. I did ask, I did ask Supriya also. Are it all doctors there, or there are more other people also? So she said it's a mix of. Yeah,
mixed audience.
Okay, it's a mixed audience. So that was the reason I really want to understand what I'm getting into. But one thing I got to tell you, I just really loved your logo. Right? Why I loved your logo? There is a very good reason behind it, and I truly believe that logo because my concept is somewhere similar to that logo itself. So the logo's here. Oh, so the logo's on that side. Oh, you guys can see the logo. So you have a heart. Now let me explain depression through your logo. Now, in future, TRIUMPH can use that to pitch your NGO much more stronger. So you have a mind which is gray in color, okay? And gray in color, I see it is a couple of hands and not brain, okay? I hope you also notice that. And that is colorful. So when I say mind and this depression and this mental health issues and anxiety, you can call it any technical word which the science is giving. It is you're holding on to something which you're not supposed to hold on to. So with that gray mind, what I believe, that this is the same statement I tell to everyone, you're holding on to something which you're not supposed to hold on to. And you keep holding it, slowly, it starts hitting your mind. Then you put technical word you put is depression or something else related to that. And slowly, the mind gets frustrated and the heart says, leave it. Why are you holding on to? There's a constant battle between the mind and the heart, and the mind gets so frustrated, it will say, let's leave this world because I'm done with this. So that's the reason most of the suicides happen, which I believe So that's a beautiful logo, which I really represent by, because whoever designed it had a lot of thought in it. So it's all, our mind is holding on to various things: money, status, proud, job, money, bank balance, my home, car, 4-bedroom, Mercedes. It's all being held up, right? And that relates to what? Frustration, anger, stress, pain. Others have it, I don't have it. They look beautiful, I'm not looking beautiful. Celebrities are showing they should look that way, I'm trying to be the celebrity. You're obviously with this holding on, you are not holding yourself, you're holding on someone else and trying to be like them. I'm telling you, you will have all the mental issues because you are not trying to be like you. Right? That is the greatest joke of life. Every curly hair needs a straight hair. Every straight hair wants a curly hair. Every dark face wants to be a fair face. Every fair face wants a tanned face. Right? Every fat girl wants to be a thin, and every thin person wants to be fat. Right? Every scar on the face wants a clear face. Every clear face wants a tattoo on the face. The world is so confused, trying to tell you be someone, be someone, be someone, be someone, but they are not telling be you. They are telling be someone else. And the more you go being someone else, you lose you. And when you question yourself with someone else, you will have mental issues, because mind is saying that be someone else. Heart is saying that be you. So whose side are you on? If you are side of the mind, you will lose. If you are side of the heart, you will win. So how many are asking which is coming from heart and which is coming from mind? That is the next question you will ask me. Every emotion sits in your mind and not in your heart. I have the standard statement, sir, my heart is broken. Yeah, dil to toot gaya. What am I supposed to do? It is not heartbreaking, it's your mind breaking. But the movies have made it heartbreaking. Movies have put love in the... Yeah, everything happens in the mind. Right? You are liking someone's mind, not heart. Heart, the beauty of heart is different. Heart sees everyone equal. Heart only sees sharing. Heart only does loving. Only heart knows that. Every other information, anger, sadness, crying, any negative or any positive, happiness also is sitting in the mind and not in the heart. Heart sees both happy situation and negative situation as same. Right? I can go on talking one topic after topic, but is there any... Okay, summary Jeet. So basically comparison. Okay, I got a question finally from Simran Jeet. So basically comparison that we do with others because we look for social acceptance. See, why are you looking for social acceptance? Because you want to be a part of a group. What I tell people is, yeah, be your own self. The right group will come to you. People always want to join and be like that group, and you compromise your values to be that group. You now, like, a few days ago, I did a session for Manipal University, and in that I had this discussion, and slowly she was talking about willpower, confidence, and slowly we get into that discussion, and I somehow picked a straight hair, right? So I asked her, like, are you having the straight hair because you like the straight hair, or because you think the straight hair is a social acceptance of looking good? Right? She said, no, I look good. I said, are you sure? She said, yes. What if one of the hair starts curling slowly with time? What happens to your mindset? Oh, I'll get worried. Your friends will say about the curl hair. See, now what are you doing there? You are trying to be like someone else. You are trying to hide your true self. Yeah, you have curly hair, accept. Right? Why are you trying to work hard and one curly hair, mental pressure? Now one pimple comes on your face. Oh my God, pimple. You go out with that energy outside to the crowd. Your energy is pimple, pimple, pimple. Uncle, auntie will come. Oh, what happened today, pimple? They'll say, wash your face. You go to college, your favorite guy will come and tell you, hey, what happened, pimple? Oh, he noticed my pimple. Then you discuss. Tension. Then you go back again. Yeah, it is only a pimple. Accept. Now, for example, my hair. I'm spoiling my hair. It doesn't matter. I can talk to you on a spoiled hair. It doesn't matter for me. Because I know who I am. I know what I'm doing. I know I'm doing for the benefit of the society or community. It doesn't matter. But obviously the society needs you, so you put it in the right way. They shouldn't be thinking I'm a mad guy, right? So the concept here you got to understand is we are not being ourselves. We are trying to be like someone else. Yes, social acceptance. Why do you want the society to accept you the way they see the world it should be? That's your mistake, right? So first thing what you got to do is, what is my society? For me, your family or your society, it's all about you, your parents, mother, father, brother, sister until marriage, brother, sister until marriage, your children's until marriage, and your future husband or wife, whoever comes in. This is your society. If you have an answer to that society, that is good enough. Don't expect the society to accept you in a certain way. Now, social acceptance. While going out in the society, you be what the society wants. While coming back, why do you have to be again that what society wants? When you go for a funeral, you're obviously not going to laugh and laugh. You're going to stay calm. But after coming back, if it's not your close member, you're going to jolly watch movie and enjoy. Same thing you have to do for the society. When you're going and meeting the society, be what you are. Once you're back, be who you are, right? And that, I hope I've answered the question, Simran. Archana's next question. Okay, Simran says, well, agreed. Okay, that's good. So one answer have been 100% answered in the best possible way. Next is Archana.
So when we were planning for this meet, sir, we had asked everybody that this is going to be a question and answer live session.
Yeah.
So everybody, we'll ask everyone to open up your cameras, and language is no barrier. You can ask in Hindi or English or anything that you are comfortable with.
Yeah.
So this calls out for another question, that why it is so difficult to put on your cameras and be live and be one-to-one asking.
That's a very good question. See, somewhere, some way, they have a complex about how they look. It's as simple as that. If you don't love yourself, people can't switch on their camera. It's as simple as that. Why they switch it off is because they are thinking that what others are going to think about me. So if you want to solve that, before coming to a live show, go and have a look at the mirror. Google gives you an option when you switch on the video how you look, right? But before that, accept how you look. The day you accept who you are. Now I showed you, I spoiled my hairstyle. It doesn't make any difference for me. The day you accept who you are is when you'll just walk freely in whichever form. Come on any live show, because it doesn't matter how Pratik is judging me. It doesn't matter anyone who is judging me. It doesn't matter for me, because I know what is my strength, how I look. And if you're still doubtful, keep looking in the mirror, analyze all your faces and see how I'm. There you go. More faces are coming. So you begin to love yourself.
So many cameras opening up. Yes.
So that's good. So see, why are you shy? See, what you don't understand is this virtual meetup is an exposure of your individuality also to the world. In future, you'll be doing a lot of sessions virtually, right? So what you don't understand is when you do virtual live, make sure you show. You don't know where your job opportunity might be sitting with someone who's in the show. But at least if they know your face only, they will say, okay, you ask the right questions. Maybe they will like your question. They'll say, that's the job interview for you. What you don't understand, when you have an opportunity to show your face to the world, show it. But then first you got to love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, how much ever you try to come on the thing, internally you have what others are thinking, what others are thinking, what others are thinking. Second thing, why are you not asking the question? Because somewhere around you think, if I ask a wrong question, people will laugh, people will question me, people want my identity. I have such a good thing. How can I talk about my personal problem? I doubt if I talk about anger management, people will know I have anger issues. But then my question is, if you get the answer, don't you think that you can laugh back to people who's bothering you? You can. So the question here is, you want the answer or not, right? So second thing is, if you're desperate to get the answer, you will ask. I'm telling you, life will teach you regardless. Meeting me is just a shortcut to get the answers which you're looking for. right? So it is your call you want to ask or not. If you don't ask also, I'm happy, because life is going to teach you. It's much more. You make my life easy, right? So I tell everyone, meet me once, clear all your doubts, and forget me. I'm not here to make followers. I'm not here to make a community. I'm not here to do anything of that sort. I'm here just to answer the question. You get how do you figure out to be self-motivated? And once you figure out self-motivation, you don't need me, any other motivational book, any other motivational speaker, because everyone in the world have only 5 doubts in their life. Any birth or any human being have only 5 doubts in their life. They're not looking for that answer. They're suppressing with 3 hours of movie. They're suppressing those answers with IPL. They're suppressing their that frustration watching TV series or news or something. They're suppressing these 5 botherations, 5 doubts. Slowly that leads to health issues, mental issues, and all that. So that is the reason why people don't ask. Maybe someone else is going to tell them what I'm going to tell them in future. Maybe I'm not the right person to give. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I want to ask a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to know people who are into caregiving, in spite of giving their best at caregiving and taking care, they are constantly ready with guilt. In spite of giving their 100%, they still are in guilt. So, what do you think?
Ma'am, when you say caregiving means, is it like
when they're taking care of their elders or they're taking care of their children, and mothers always see that I'm not taking enough care of my children.
That's a beautiful question. Yes, ma'am. That's a beautiful question. Yeah.
Take care of seniors. You know you're giving your 100%. There's a constant nagging feeling that it's not enough,
Yes.
And then it leads to frustration,
Correct.
anger. And the very same people whom you're serving, you end up kind of not hating, but you start getting irritated with them.
Got it. So, ma'am, let me answer. That's after a long time I'm getting a mother's question. So that is good. So ma'am, let me see it from this way. What I tell people is you can't satisfy everyone in this world. Point number 1. Second point is each person have their level of expectation onto you. Don't try to meet that, you're going to get frustrated. Third thing, that you do good or you do bad, people will always talk. That's the third aspect. Fourth aspect is whenever you take an action, people will respond you in a certain way. Don't take that to your heart. That is 4 aspect. Now let me give an explanation to that. What I tell people is whatever you're doing, do it because you love doing it, and full stop it there. What I say, be the best daughter you can be the best mother you can be. I am doing best service to the responsibilities or the role which is given to me, and full stop it there. It is when you start seeing that, is my kids liking, is my husband accepting, is my in-laws happy or not, I'm doing my best, I'm doing it for the positive perspective of the family, full stop it there. The day you full stop it there is no more mental or emotional issue. Many people ask me, how do you control emotions? Stop expecting from people, emotion is done. Now, I don't expect anything. I don't want a thank you. I don't want a recognition. I don't want money for what I'm doing. I don't expect anything. Can you involve or have issues with my emotions? No, my emotions completely in my control, because I don't give any consideration to what people are thinking about me. But then there is feedback. There can be positive feedback and negative feedback. That I will listen. But then whatever I do, there'll be always one side of the thing saying that you are not doing it right. Ma'am, there is one reason why they do that. The main reason is they can't be like you, so make fun of you to break you down. Make challenge you to break you down. Hit you to break you down. That is a human perspective. Many people ask me, sir, why do people make fun of us? There's a very simple reason. They can't be like you. They make fun of you. So they're happy that I made fun of them. And oh yeah, I'm better. Right? So ma'am, what happens is people will talk. Mothers, the problem is They compare with other mothers, and this mother's role is kind of standardized nowadays. That is the biggest problem. The mother's role needs to change with time. The mother's role have to change with many mothers' problem is they don't change. I am the mother. I have to keep going this way. Children have moved to social media. Mother also has to move to social media. Children have moved to WhatsApp. Mothers also have to move to WhatsApp because that is the mode of communication. So, ma'am, at your time, it is all phone calls, right? At your grandfather's, grandmother's time, it is all letter writing. So they were comfortable in that. Sometimes, ma'am, what can happen is there is a communication gap because of the difference of technology, not difference of age, difference of technology. So we need to sometimes update to that technology so you can have that communication. I still know, I did a session for a group of ladies. It was, I think, 50 to 70-year-old group. It's old grandmothers, and it was spiritual, not a spiritual, it's a community related to some spiritual activities. So that's where I got invited. I was like, what do I talk about it, right? So that's where I told them, ma'am, start having fun once in a while, right? Do things what you love. Every mother has something which they love doing. Find time to do that one thing. It could be anything. Maybe it's painting, maybe it's drawing, maybe it's, reading something. Because what happens is mothers in some places have gone in like a machine. They're going like a machine. And with that machine also expects people have to put oil. The day machine doesn't get oil, boom, there is a crisis happening. So what we have to do is, I'm doing my best. This is the best I can. Make people understand also you are doing your best. If they still don't understand, then what do? Keep doing your best regardless. Ma'am, because when you leave this world, right? When you leave this world, whoever sent you, I don't know, different people say God or spirituality or whatever it is. Let people justify, or evolution or whatever it is. Let people say it. When you leave this world, whoever sent you this world is only going to ask you one question. That I can assure you is, were you a good daughter? Were you a good wife? Were you a good mother? Were you a good grandmother? That is it. If your answer is yes to each one of them, you have met your purpose in life. Many people think that purpose of life is name, money, status. If you are genuinely being the best mother which you can be, maybe that is your purpose of life, and you are more supreme than the Microsoft CEO who's sitting there. So don't differentiate your job based on caregiving or whatever it is. I'm doing my best. I'll make sure I give my priority to my family first and have that thing going on. Then you are on the right books in the eyes of the person who sent you to this world. So when you start seeing it from this point of view, you will slowly understand that I'm just doing the best, and keep growing in your roles. Be the best mother you can be. Be the best daughter you can be. Okay, my in-laws are not liking me. Okay, how do I make them like me? Because each role which is given to you is by that person who sent you this world to grow next step. If you're the same mother, then there is no fun in life, right? First, you are a wife to a husband. So first you're a daughter to a father, mother, who teaches you how a father should do, how a mother should do. Then you become a wife of a husband's role. Then you become a mother. So you got to keep changing this role. If you're the same mother, there is a problem. So see how I can grow, be that mother, and slowly you will see the truth showing off. And then what will happen? Two things will happen. When you become positive, two things will happen. Either they will leave or you will be taken out to some other situation. Right? Many girls after marriage comes and tells me, I'm fed up with my mother-in-law. I can't manage them at all. I say, like, be the best daughter-in-law. Two things will happen. Either your husband will get a job somewhere outside, you're taken out from there. Or, I'm just joking, she might die. Just joking. So that's the power of positivity, and that's the power of life. So, ma'am, I hope I've answered the question indirectly to the answers which you're looking for. Okay, yes. Perfect. Thanks a lot for that. So, yeah. So go ahead, ask questions so that I can answer. I'll give first priority to people who ask me questions on video, then audio, then messages. So anyone because I have to respect you people, right, who have come on video. So that way, if you don't have any questions, then it is your wish or your call at the end, right? Any questions, or I go to text? Okay, I'll go to text again. Okay, let me go up. Okay, parents are not allowing to do what I like. I like drawing a lot. I show my mother. She says there's nothing going to help in your future. Go and study. Perfect. Go and study. But you have free time, right? What your mother's saying, right? One fine day, but go and study. But you have free time. Do you watch 3 hours of movie or draw? You have vacations. What do you do? You have holidays and festivals. What do you do? Think about that. Parents will maximum tell you 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours, or maximum 16 hours to study. You still have 2 hours to draw. What are you doing? Watching movie 3 hours or drawing? If drawing is genuinely what you like to do it. Now you have vacations going on, nothing to study. What are you doing? Wasting time Netflix, watching TV, and wasting all those time. The question you got to ask is not my parents are not allowing me. The question is, Mama, I will get you 100 marks in mathematics. You have to send me for drawing training if I get 100% mathematics. Challenge that way to parents. That is more smarter for you. So you want to get into drawing, give them what they want and ask them in return for drawing. No parents will say no to it. It is when you say, I'm not interested in studying and drawing is all I want to do. Problem starts there. So what do you have to do? Go ask your parents, what do you want me to do? Engineering, I will do engineering. But every Sunday, I need drawing classes. Is that a deal? 99% of the mothers will say it's a deal. Try it out. People don't know how to manage people. Directly, it is like drawing versus studies. Why can't you do both? Studies and drawing. Parents are happy. Your drawing is also done. I hope, Archana, I've answered the question. Saloni, how to forgive loved ones who hurt us again and again? Now, when you say loved ones, Saloni, I want to know, is it within family or outside family? And I really don't know your age. So when you say loved ones, is it a boy or a girl or a boyfriend kind of a relationship? Or generally parents? Because what happens is many people are confused about love in the first place. Like, no, like seriously. Most of the youth...
Saloni, if you could open your mic, please. Not if the video, at least the mic.
No, she can message also.
Am I audible?
Yes, Saloni, go ahead. Yeah, so
am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, so if a loved one, that means I'm talking about a lover who hurts us again and again.
Okay, so if your mother hurts us again and again, so
I'm not referring to mother. I'm referring to a partner or a person.
No. So hold on. So I'm mixed up with the relationship now here. Is it mother or partner?
Partner.
Before marriage, after marriage?
No, boyfriend, I mean.
Leave him if he's hurting you again and again. I don't understand why people get it so complicated, right? See, now if someone is hurting you, no, still I want him. Yeah, okay. I'm just. I know you're going through a tough time, but I'm just giving you a simple answer first, and then I will take you to this true story. Now, Saloni, normally we get into relationship, we get into boyfriends or girlfriends or whatever it is. It is happening across the youth. 90-80% of the questions which girls or boys come to me is a breakup issue. So what happens here is generally most of the youth gets into this fake love, right? Which I call as gap filling love. Most of the people get into this gap filling love is because somewhere on mother's love they didn't get, or father's protection they didn't get, or friends' attention they didn't get. So what they do is they go in search of someone else who can satisfy that need. So what they do is they go search, satisfy that need, and then they find this guy, which they saw in the movies. They relate to that. This is a great match for me. And the friends will also get you pushing in, saying that go, get this is a good relationship. Everything is great. And you slowly think that this person is going to solve your problem. And then what happens is you start slowly talking, right? It all starts with a talk. You're not getting into partnership directly. Many people think that love at first sight it only happens in the movies. It never happens in real life. I can sign and tell you that. It is a slow process by which you are going to get into it. Like slow process in which we are getting into it is, make it very simple. You first talk to the person, you like that person. And slowly, when you like that person, normally it is all in your 5 senses, right? Then what happens? The first step of friendship getting crossed into some kind of a relationship is the day when they say that my problem is your problem is my problem. That is the first step of it. They start completely into getting that, all are laughing and falling into this thing, right? You know, what it in life is very simple. It's nothing so complicated, right? That is the beauty of life, right? So they go, it's my problem. So then slowly what happens? Solving my problem, I'll be always there for you. Your mama's problem, I will help you. You want to get dropped somewhere, I will drop you. You know, and you hear my problems. Talk. Slowly you will cross to the heart part. I cannot live without you, and you cannot live without me. So much solving. You want this person every time in your life, no? So solving. You want this person every time in your life. Then what happens is that the reality kicks in. Reality kicks in means maybe you have taken it to your heart and you have this gap filling being filled. Maybe the guy is only keeping in his eyes. He sees another girl, he starts looking at another girl. He sees another beautiful thing. Look at this girl, look, be like her. When any guy tells you be like another girl, I'm telling you, he's only physically attracted to you. Right? So get these points very, very clear, because when people put these statement across, you need to understand and decode it. It's no more relationship. It is much more beyond that. So when you start, is that a young girl? I hope, Moral is this girl, or she looks young, or ma'am, right? Okay, no, the angle looks, okay, whatever. So let me get into more of it. So slowly what happens is you tend to believe that I need this person to be with me, regardless he hurts me, regardless he hits me. I know so many girls I've talked to, the guy has literally raised the hand on the girl. So when the guy has raised the hand on the girl, he has crossed the relationship of love. He has crossed the relationship of partner. He has crossed the relationship of a husband. He has crossed the relationship of whatever he has promised to you. So what you need to understand is, if he's constantly hurting you, 2 things. Either it's your fault or either it's his fault. So the point is, where does the fault lie? Is it because I'm over expecting from him and he's not giving me that, but he seriously loves you? Because sometimes guys tend to hurt girls because the girl wants the guy in a certain way. And when you want the guy in a certain way, the chances are he's going to hurt you, because you are looking at Ranbir Kapoor or Shah Rukh Khan or someone is your dream partner. I want him that way. And the funniest part is, it will be attached to a movie role. That is they are acting, but you are, this is love. And you relate that and put that poor pressure onto that guy. This is love. You're not giving me, I get hurt. Yeah, guys will sometimes forget the date of birth of yours. It is okay. Smile it out and leave it. No. You have to forget you have to remember my moment. Then only it is special for me. Then only that. You're unnecessarily putting that pressure. Unnecessarily you are getting hurt, trying to change him where he's not going to change, and you constantly get hurt. So first question here is, am I hurting myself, or is the guy genuinely hurting me or not? If the guy is genuinely hurting you, then you got to question the relationship. Do I need to be hurt for the rest of my life after I get married? Because what is going to happen is, if he's hurting you, someday your instinct will trigger you and tell you, hit back. But make sure, please, it is before marriage, not after marriage. Because after marriage, your life will spoil, your family's life will get spoiled. If your children's, so forget it. Whole situation will get spoiled, right? So do a serious thought as to why I'm in this relationship with this guy. What am I getting from him? And second thing is, there's many guys in this world. Many people think, I got this guy, I'll never ever get another guy. You be the best girl who you can be. The right guy will come with you with time. Maybe he's the right guy itself, but there is something he needs to learn to be worthy of you. If he's not worthy of you, question yourself, why am I in this relationship? Is there anything I need to take? Or am I in a wrong relationship? Because we all make mistakes. Sometimes we choose wrong career, but then it's a learning experience for you. When the next marriage husband comes, you don't go and select this guy. Because somewhere around, life and universe is teaching you, you have selected the wrong guy. Maybe the right guy. Either you have to improve or he has to go. So find which has to action. If it's the wrong guy, focus on yourself, understand who you're truly worthy of, grow yourself to such a level, and then look for the next guy. Or, as I always say, be someone first, then go after a guy or a girl, because you tend to attract the person who you truly become. A 10th year relationship will attract a 10th standard girl only. Many early relationship falls apart is because 10th love will start, which is not love gap filling. Slowly, one will go engineering, one will go science. Conflict will be engineering and science after that. Right? So yeah, most of the people get into it. I hope, Saloni, indirectly I've answered everything what you know. I know I didn't directly answer you because it's a very personal question, but I hope indirectly I've answered to what you're looking for.
So this was the question of many people who had registered for this session,
okay.
And
Good.
I hope everyone's answer is clear.
Yeah. So,
sir, next question.
I have a question.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes,
Simranjeet here.
Yes, Simran.
Yeah. I just want Deek to tell me that what would be the positive tips you would like to give, especially when a person has gone through a lot of adversities in life, especially related to health issues of parents or siblings. You know, when it comes to I'm audible. I hope I'm audible.
Yes.
Okay. So I personally, right from my college days, I have been with a lot of medical ailments which my siblings have gone through. My mother has gone through. I have lost them in the process. So it has been a very struggle-based life, which I have tried to manage alone. Touch wood, by God's grace, I have my dad with me. And you know, when you are the only child with a lot of responsibilities, you don't see anything but only how to make it going. Okay.
Yeah.
Now now you come to a question. There are times where you become very negative. And then today, okay, I'm single. I didn't get anyone who would really come up and say that, yes, I am there to shoulder the responsibilities and I have no grudges. Okay. I'm a self-made person. But what is happening is people are looking at you, oh my God, bichari, and that type of thing, which sometimes does bring negative emotions into you. I am a lecturer. I teach many students. So I am positive, because if I'm not positive, I can't pass on that to my students, right?
True.
But there are times where you do tend to, get emotionally totally bogged down with things. So what type of, positive tips you would like to give?
Ma'am, if you don't mind, ma'am, what age you are at, just to understand?
I'm already 35.
Okay, 35. So it's fine. No issues. Okay. So ma'am, let me just see it from this perspective here. Let's go from the past again. I think this will be a little bit longer because it's a long question and there's many factors which needs to step into. Pratik, I don't know.
You can just cut it short.
Cut it short. So
because I don't want to tax the time.
No. I have no issues with time. I'm a person who don't bound myself with time. If the session goes for 3 hours also, I will go on talking. It is, it is TRIUMPH's people. When they say stop, I will stop. Right? So it depends on them how they want to do it, because different people, because most of my sessions, everyone goes for 1 hour and it goes for 2 hours, 3 hours and goes on, right? So principal will say,
it's already an hour, sir.
Yeah, I know. I'll go. You guys tell me, right? Or if you want me to do another one, I can do it another one. But follow your protocol.
Yes.
I will go on talking as long as the questions come. For me, it's not an issue. The time you tell me to stop, I'm going to stop, or else I'll go on for continuous questions come, or people will leave and I'm left with one person, right? So, ma'am, getting into the first.
I'll be there.
Yeah, okay. So the first question and the first thing is you have said that you've gone through your parents or your mother passing away, or your close sisters passing away, and you are now the single one and you have a father with you, the first and foremost, when you said that you have gone through all these things, it is still sitting in your heart, right? Because the wavelength you are giving me, because that's how I'm just closing my eyes and I'm trying to find out where this is all coming from. So what has happened there, ma'am, is you are seeing the whole thing as a struggle. That is point number one. Yes, you have done a lot for yourself. Yes, you have, created your own, things on your own, but your core is still tapped with that struggle. Your core is still tapped with that you losing your mother. So the first question here is, do you feel your mother is still there with you, or she has gone?
I always think her blessings are there with me.
Okay, good.
She's a part of me.
Good. So
I'm alive because of her.
Yeah. So that is the greatness of you, and that is the strength which you have, which is strong by. Because many people, like I did a live show when a girl literally came forward and asked me that my father passed away. How can you see that as positive? Right? Literally, the kid asked me face to face, and I give her a 5 minutes talk, and I brought her father alive, and she literally laughed out seeing her father. Okay, that's all visually done. But ma'am, the first thing is my feeling towards my mother. Is she still alive, or is she dead or over for me? Because now people living and dying, it all depends on you. You can keep a person alive, you can keep a person dead. You can kill a person and you can keep a person alive also. So the first question I tell everyone is what is your relationship with your mother? Is she alive for you, or is she dead for you? If she's alive for you, it is a different experience altogether. But if she's dead for you, you have killed her, because that is when you have these thing of sufferings and working on. So the first question I ask everyone, whoever passes away or their parents, passing away, is what's the status? Because they just left the physical body. Maybe they're in some other world, right? Maybe they're living somewhere else we don't, as humans, don't have access to. So if you are sad, and if you are thinking you're struggling your life because they have left you, indirectly, they're also feeling the pain. And that pain, because your mother is within you, and that blessings won't come 100%, because pain energy is giving to her, not the satisfaction or the growth as perspective. So what we need to first do is early morning get up. Mama, I know you are there with me. It is just that you have left me somewhere else. And you left me for a reason, because I know I have the capacity to do and be what you are. I know you're holding my hand.
Sorry. Deek, yes. Sorry to interrupt. I have started doing that, in fact.
Perfect. I don't know
how 2-3 years. Okay. So it has been a remarkable change, because I believe just sobbing, crying, giving away is not a solution. You have to come up and prove that, yes, this is how I've been trained. This is how I've been raised.
Yeah.
And this is what I can, this is how. So I think what you said, I've got it very clear. Perfect. Positivity starts when I stop using these negative words like I have struggled and all that. Perfect. Which people tell me.
Yeah. So, ma'am, let me further on. Let me just clear it for 100% for you, right? So that you don't have any more doubts perspective from this. So once you bring your mother alive, sisters is okay. She married and went somewhere else. So let it go that way. Forget it. Close the chapter there. But mother, you can bring her alive, because the beauty of life is, ma'am, you can keep a person alive or dead. It is your call. All relationships die when you die, right? Always remember that all relationships die when you die. So there is many relationships when a girl or a boy does something wrong, the girl is alive and the parents will say, you are dead for me. Both are alive, but mentally you have killed them. So same way, mentally you can bring them back alive. So once you start bringing them back alive, you feel that they're always there with you, guiding you and finding you. And once you bring back that alive, maybe the mother will do the role to bring the husband who you're worthy of at your age also. But then it's only when you, because mothers and fathers' role is to get the, generally in the Indian tradition, it is the mother's role to get it. So maybe she's preparing someone for you, but then you are still giving her that negative vibe to her also. If she's going with this attitude, I'm sure whichever girl she gets married, he's going to have problem with, right? So, ma'am, it is your mother who gave you the strength to stand by. Yes, you have worked a lot and you are self-made. But then when the husband comes, if you have the self-made attitude, there's more risk for marriage than anything else. So that other improvisation time, am I being the wife which some husband is looking for? You have to slowly evolve from that perspective. When the energy goes out, that husband will know this ma'am is getting ready for me. But the point, what happens is when you think that I am self-made, I am everything, I have struggled, I have so much of things, no guy will come and attract you because you are standing in that me and only me. So you have to slowly open up and bring that we feeling, which is who's the other person who can support me and bond with me? Who's the other person who can complement with me? Because successful marriage is complementing. You have your strength, your husband has your weakness, that both compensates. You have your weakness, your husband have your strength, both compensate. Right now, everyone is seeing competition. I have my dream, you have your dream. Let's go achieve. Yeah, that is not marriage, that's a contract. Right? Many people don't understand the meaning of marriage also. Marriage is the most divinest relationship which the human can ever see. But many people give other relationship as important. And that true, everyone makes the greatest joke which world say is about marriage. I don't know why. Right? It is the most divinest relationship anyone can get into it because there's a reason behind it. A feminine will understand the masculine aspects of life, and a masculine will know a feminine aspects of life. If everyone stays as feminist, everyone stays as masculinist, I'm telling you, the world is going to split apart and fall apart. Because the true strength comes when there is we and not when it's me. And we is when it's husband and wife. Every society, people do motivational talk and all that, but no one talks about husband and wife figuring it out. Because if that is not figured out, the society is going to... Every child is an after effect of a husband and a wife only. If that core is not strong, children is going to slip. And the funniest part is marketing and business people are trying their best to split it up. Girl power, woman power, men power. That 40, maybe they'll hold that power. After that, they will lose. Right? So, ma'am, what you need to do is first bring your mom alive. Be thankful to her that she has so much of capacity she has given to you. And you have achieved so much. So every time think of her. Maybe she's sitting next to me on this chair over here and making her ask this question through you to give the answer. Maybe it's your mother talking to you and making me tell you that I'm still there for you and I'm proud of you and I'm still blessing you and I'm still guiding you. You have achieved a lot in life and I'm making a husband ready for you also. But first, now you got to work on how to be a great wife. Because if you're still thinking that my self-made woman, that perspective, no relationship will work. So, ma'am, start working from that perspective, and then you will slowly evolve as a wife or whatever, that husband is looking for. Ma'am, age is never a matter. I know people who are married at 40, 45, and 50 also. So it doesn't matter. It is deep respect that you manage your family. I humble my respect to you that you've figured it your life rather than blaming the whole system. So it is just that you just have to prepare a little more better and remove the self-made woman to I need someone to complete this self. So your thought process should move from a self-made woman, how can I complete my full self? And that full self, you need a masculine energy to fulfill that. And when you start seeing from that perspective, the guy will feel it and he will come forward. And society, as I tell people, uncles and the aunties of the world, they have so much free time. They will say, today who I'll pick? Prateek, how's your doctor going on? You will be doctor banega ya nahi? They will come. Right? So, ma'am, the people will always look down at you because you are slightly differentiated from the society, but you yourself know, I did it for my family. So it is your capacity and confidence competing with the society. Society is losing and you are winning. That is why they are hitting you, because they can't believe how you're still standing strong and making an impact. Ma'am, I hope I've answered the question indirectly or directly or whatever way it is.
Yeah, 100%. Deep. Thank you so much.
All thanks to
so
God.
much.
Deep respect and regards for asking this question, Simranjeet ma'am. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Yeah.
So I have a colleague in this meeting who wants to ask a question.
Yeah.
Atika.
Now I'll go fast replying.
Sir.
Now I won't go details.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Sir, I need to ask one question. Sir, it's like if something bad or negative happens in our life. So I don't know, sir, I'm a very jolly nature girl. You can ask Prateek. But it's like sometimes I just stuck to some place and I used to think why it has happened with me. And now it's high time for me कि चलो किसी चीज से move on करते हैं. But there is something that is holding me back. It's like I'm happy. I'm not saying I'm not happy, but at times I used to sit and I just used to, sir, I don't know how.
One second. Hold on.
Like,
Prateek, what type of a girl? She's a moody type of a girl.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely
moody type of a
moody.
girl. Okay. Let me start a little bit. I'll trigger you, and further on, you'll tell me what the truth is. Being a moody girl is a choice. Okay. Because most people find this moody, two reasons. One is to get attention. Oh, my mood is not good. Prateek will go, hey, what happened?
She's happy in her own world, sir.
Sorry?
She's happy in her own world.
No, if she's
happy in her own world.
No,
sir.
if she's happy in her own world, then what is the problem? The problem is
there is
not.
Something
There is
bad
something
has happened with me, but it's like right now, it's still holding me back. I don't know why, sir. Believe me, I'm not that type of girl जो depression में है कुछ भी. But it's like I don't know. Whenever I sit, I used to think, it's like something is
Whenever
holding
she's
me back.
alone, whenever she's alone, she starts thinking about the things or bad incidences that have happened in her life. So her question basically is how to forget things that have happened in your life and how to move on with things.
Okay, so
work
okay.
that is presently important.
Now I really don't know what bad happened, but there is but I know you shouldn't be disclosing if it's really bad in a public forum. But in simple words, I can tell you is you can't forget your past. Point number one.
But then it is very difficult to move.
Yes.
It's very difficult.
Hold
it's
on.
very difficult to trust even.
But you can forgive the situation and the people. Now I'm 100% sure that you didn't forgive the person or the situation or the experience which you got. So you move out from your past, not by forgetting. Many people tell me, sir, I want to forget. Yeah, in your life, you're never ever going to forget, which really hit you emotionally hard. It is going to be there for your rest of your life. I can sign and tell you that whatever experience happened, it is going to be there till you die. But the question here is, did I forgive the person? Or am I still waiting for some kind of a revenge? I'm still waiting for some kind of karma to punish them. That is the biggest thing I like, Or I'm still waiting for that situation to work. Or maybe you still want that person back and you don't want karma to punish them also, right? So at the end of the day, what I tell people is, if you don't learn from that experience or that type of person is going to again repeat in your life. So the situation is not over. It is going to repeat again. If you fail your mathematics exam, you have to re-exam. So all these situations or life which comes into your life is something for you to teach, or something for you to teach you, or something you have to learn. If you don't learn, life or God or universe have no other choice than to keep retrieving until you learn, or keep that suffering until you forgive. Right? So the question here is, Atika, is, do I want to forgive or do I want to keep thinking? And the funniest part is, the more you don't forgive, if it is a person, more your energy is going to them, and you will see that person doing well always. Yeah, he's so lucky, or she's so lucky, or my friend is so lucky. Yeah, half the time you're praying about this person, how you're going to think about your life. Half the time you're discussing, Prateek, this guy, this girl, this guy, this girl, this guy. Half the time his energy of his studies is also going to that guy. Who's being successful, you will see that guy, because half the time Atika is thinking guy, girl. I don't know who it is, but whatever it is, I don't want to get into. That's why I'm saying girl or guy. whatever it is, you know who you're talking about. So you need to forgive that person, and you need to forgive that person because there's a reason behind it, because God or universe sent that person to give you that experience so that you learn from it. So next time it doesn't repeat again in your life.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
All thanks to God. Anything else?
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, another question is again from a colleague who is in the meeting, but she does not want to come up. She's a very vulnerable and sensitive kind of person, and her question is how not to take things to heart. It is very upsetting that she takes everything to heart, any behavior, any person, anything bad that happens. So her question is how not to take things to heart.
Got
and keep it easy going.
No, because when a third person's asked the question, I need to get to the girl what they're asking, right? So okay, yeah. So don't think that you're too special. That's the biggest mistake of people who get emotionally hit by a certain every other person, because you think that I'm special, you think that I'm a certain kind of creation which is being created, and people have to treat me in a certain way. It is because you think that there is something you have which other people are being misusing you, or something you think that people have to treat you in a certain way. As long as you keep doing that, people will keep hurting you regardless. So the question here is, when you say about people, there are two kinds of people how I differentiate. One is family, which I say mother, father, which I told again before, mother, father, husband, trust them 100%, right? Make sure you listen to all their concepts 100%. The second thing is your children or your brothers, sisters, they will till marriage, you got to listen to what they're saying. Outsiders, forget it. It does out. All of these, your cousins, your uncles, aunties, your strangers, everyone is considered outsider. It is because you are considering them as someone as an insider when everything what they're telling is hurting you. So there's two things here. Don't think you're too special. You're just a human being. You're just like a small ant in the whole big world, right? People are going to squash you. People are going to throw you. People are going to reject you. People are going to accept that you are not too special. Maybe I assume that she's a single child, right? I don't know her thing, but if she's a single child, then because of a lot of pampers from their parents, they tend to think that they're too special. And when someone says something against them, they will completely break down. So if you're a single child, most single child, I've seen that mother pampers them so much that when they go outside the world, everyone does the opposite. Oh, they hurt me. Oh, my husband, I didn't expect this from my husband. My mama never told me this. How come he told me this? Divorce. So what happens there is, slowly, Ankita is just laughing and she's losing her control. Yeah. See, whatever I'm telling is just, she had to shut down her camera now, right? So what I'm trying to tell here is life is very, very simple, guys. Don't complicate it unnecessarily. It is because we are holding on to things which are not supposed to hold on, right? So what you need to do here is don't think that you're too special. Don't think that your mother's or father's special creature which is created where the world have to treat you in a certain way. So once you start realizing that fact, because it's a third person's question, I can only give a third person's reply until I go more deep into what the actual question is coming from. So that's just a summary of that I can give a reply to. Got it? Am I audible? Pratik is gone muted off. Oh, there's
yes, sir.
Okay, there's many comments coming here. Okay, good. Oh, I never saw these comments popping up. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Please answer my question. I have some technical glitch. Jilan, go ahead.
Same here, sir.
Jilan is the same question? You guys can't hear me? You guys can hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, fine. So Jilan, what's your question? Come on, Mike or whatever it is, or type in, or did he already ask the question? Somebody says, thank you, Pratik, awesome session. Already, I've already raised above. So that means one should not expect anything from anyone? No, just expect anything from yourself. What's my expectation about me? Who do I want to be? How do I want to grow? Have an expectation about yourself that is good enough. Whatever roles I've given, am I meeting the expectation? Am I the son who's expecting the son's expectation? Am I the father who's expecting the father's expectation? Am I the grandfather who's meeting the grandfather's expectation? Your expectation is all about expecting or reaching that level of expectation which you as a creation can achieve. If you're meeting that expectation, whoever sent you to this world is happy and feeling good with what you have done. So make sure you work it from that perspective and stop expecting out of the world, because the world is there just to support you or to hit you, to just go up and raise up. Some issues in laws, they don't appreciate whatever I do, hence the environment at home becomes bad, affects my kid. Why do you want appreciation? This is the problem. Same thing I talked previously, right, Jilan? Is why do you want your in-laws say, "Oh, Jilan, good job"? Why do you want this tapping? Do it because you are a good in-law, or daughter-in-law, or son-in-law, whatever you are. You do that, and when you start doing that, two things will happen. Either you will move out, or they will die. so see it from that perspective. In-laws joke, I always say it this way, right? So that way, what happens, Jilan, is if you're expecting that appreciation and you build a frustration, and that frustration leads to anger, and that anger you can't show to your in-laws, you're going to show to your children at the end, and that will change, and you will see your child changing with time. And when a child hits you back is when you realize that all my frustration against my in-laws was not worthy of. When you lose that child out of your control, then you'll understand you did a big mistake. So honestly, I don't want them manipulating things. Let them manipulate. The truth will come out. Make sure you share with your husband whatever's happening, so at least you have a support of wife. Jilan, I hope you're a female, right? Jilan sounds like boy and a girl's name. So yeah. So
yes, sir.
She's a female. So let her manipulate. Let them manipulate. Tell your husband indirectly. Don't tell directly your mother is wrong. That is the biggest mistake. Never ever tell a son, and that too, if he's a single son, never ever tell that your mother is crap. You're in deep trouble, right? Give him good food, have a romantic relationship. That time tell, your mother did this thing. What is your thought process about it? Slowly question, then his mind will change. Don't go when he's coming directly from office or he's in a very stressed mode. Hey, your mother did this. Hey, he's going to blast it out to you easily. Right? Yes, so see, there you go. Jilan is saying he's madly in love with her mother. Yes, I know where you're coming from. Right? So what you need to do here is, first you need to get his support. Right? First you need to get his support. That's the only way you can win this battle. So stop blaming about his mother. Get his love first, and then slowly, once you give him all the love, that love will throw the truth of his mother with time. When they are in that love, it is difficult to get them out of love. Give them the same love which the mother is giving, and slowly he'll put one leg onto yours. That will slowly pull him. And once he's completely in that, attack. That's how you got to do it, right? But don't attack, because then you become like your mother-in-law, right? Love it back and love them the same way. Love the in-laws the same way. My simple question, Jilan, how will I close this thing is, make sure you love your in-laws the same way you love your mother. If you do that, I'm telling you, most of her in-laws' problem will be solved. That's how I'm going to end it, Jilan. I hope I've answered the question to her. Any more questions? Or my job is
Thank
done?
you so much, sir. This is just to inform everybody, we are taking the session for last 15 minutes from now.
Good.
So if anybody is having the questions, I already have few questions on my chat. So if someone is putting their mics and videos on and asking, so we'll prefer them, or else I have few questions on my chat. So if anybody is there, or else I'll ask the question.
Okay, Jilan says...
One more question.
Yes, go ahead.
I need to ask one more question.
Now everyone is fighting to ask the question. Ankita. Good stuff. Okay, I'll go to Ankita, then we'll go to Akita, whoever it is, right? Yeah. Yes, Ankita.
Hi, I was just listening to your whole session. It's been really wonderful. I just,
Your network is not strong, Ankita. I heard it all broken. Pratik, same with you?
Yes, sir.
Ankita, can I type it down?
No, switch off your phone. Switch off the camera. Switch off the camera and ask. Yeah, now ask. Switch off your camera and ask. I already saw
you. How do you maintain this attitude that is there? Life is all positive. There must be some difficult days that you have. So what do you do on those days?
Life is a joke.
I mean, negativity has to get to you.
Okay, let me tell you something, right? Many people ask me this question, right? At the end of the day, it's not that negativity doesn't hit me. It hits me as I take each role. The negativity is going to hit you because only negativity can teach you. Positivity never teaches anyone. It's only negativity which teaches you. For example, I got married. I have an experience from my wife and in-laws. Now I have a 3-year-old child. He's teaching me a lot of stuff, how to be a good father. As long as you are a human, negativity is going to hit you, and negativity is only hitting you to teach you a lesson. How can I say negative is positive when negative is teaching me something? You people won't want to change and you want to justify and blame it to someone else. That is why humans have created the word negative. Right? So I can blame. I can say it's because of this experience. Yeah, why that experience happened to me and not someone else? It happened to me, that is the reason. That happening is for me to learn. And when you focus on the learn, now for example, people ask me, don't I get angry? Yes, I get angry. I'm human. I get, even the saints will say, "Main aaj tujhe shaap deta hu." Even they get angry with so much spiritual energy. They also get angry. I'm just a normal guy who has nothing. Anger will come. How long are you going to keep the anger is the question. 5 minutes? 10 minutes?
Yes, so on those days, like on those moments, how do you deal with them?
So, for example,
okay, I see the silver lining in everything, but there are certain times when it gets to you, right? So how do you manage at that time?
How it gets into me, I will tell you, right? So for example, I'm working on my laptop. Okay, I put a water next to my table. My child comes and drops the table on my laptop. Everything is gone. All my projects gone. Obviously, I'm going to shout at him. Because for me, my work I'm attached to due to some reason. But then I will shout at him. He will cry. He will understand some things. I will understand some things. Then that same me is going to tell him sorry once I realize the mistake. How many of you do say sorry after you get angry? Very few people. They mostly blame the child. Why did he drop the water? Yeah, because I kept the water next to the edge of the table. That is why the drop. So next time I'll make sure I put the bottle there. So next time that situation, anger will never repeat again. So the thing is, now as I grow, I'll have maybe another child. 2 child issues will come now. I will shout, my anger, it will come to my nerves also. Because when you're doing a live show, now for example, when I was doing my live show, I thought my child is here, I locked the door. Whenever I lock the door, he just bangs the door. So what I did next? Hey people, I'm doing this live show. My kid can come anytime. Just say hi to him. He's happy. I'm happy. So I have my door opened here. Anytime my child can come and say hi to you people if he wants to come. That's so. None of my life I'm ever going to get angry or frustrated. And then second thing, I don't expect you see my child and whatever you feel, it doesn't matter for me also. So as humans, things will come to your nerves, but are you learning? It won't repeat. If you don't learn, it's going to keep repeating. So negativity is just there to teach you. You're getting to the nerves. Why this is getting into my nerves? What is there I'm holding on to? My work? My perfection of the work? So for me, my session, I can't show child into my session. I need to keep it perfect. Every time my child will come, my nerves will come up. So what I did, okay, beta, come whenever you want, show your face, say hi and go. That's our agreement. You come, say hi and go. He is agreed it. Show is going great. And everyone sees a small baby. They are also happy. Now, did I answer the question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Go ahead. Yes, Akita. Atika. Right.
Atika. Yes.
Mine was also the same question, that how to carry the same attitude every time. It was the same question.
Just first of all, I tell everyone is that life is very easy. It's not complicated at all. But you go and hold on to things which you're not supposed to hold on to. That's hurting you, still you're holding on to. That's getting you frustrated, still you're holding on to. You can forgive, but no, I won't hold it. Right? Look it from the heart's point of view. Heart is always forgiving, always sharing, always loving. Many people say meditation, you have to meditate. Yeah, what you're doing with meditation, you're using your mind to connect to your heart, what your heart wants to do. If you directly do what your heart wants to do, you're meditating 24/7. What I believe is when I'm doing my session, I'm meditating. When I'm talking to a personal person, I'm meditating. When I'm doing a counseling, not a counseling session, I don't do counseling sessions. When I do a private chat, I'm meditating. Whenever I'm doing my sessions, I'm meditating. If you do what your heart genuinely wants to do, you can meditate 24/7. But are you doing it, or you're doing for someone else, or you're doing it for the society, or you're doing it for your parents, or are you doing it for yourself? When you start seeing from that perspective, the whole world begins to change for you. Janaganamana?
Yes. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Sir, another question from another colleague. Sir, this pandemic has put a lot of things to toll. So our college was closed for a certain period of time. Things are not running according to how they were planned.
Good, right?
So everything is so messed up, and we are not sure about how things are going to go further.
See, so I'll tell you something about COVID. Let me step in because
Yes,
I know where this is coming from. Before COVID, everyone wanted free time. Everyone wanted the dreams they want to go after. Everyone wanted their parents at home because both the parents are working. Every child prayed that, when I'm going to have both my parents so I can have a great talk. Every mother who's singly working home, when I'm going to my husband and my child every day together. Yeah, it is your prayers only indirectly which brought COVID. Right? Half the children I talk to, they're having issues with the parents because both are fighting or both are, having some issues or the other. How much are you going to fight when both are there in the same room? You will fight, either separate or come back together. So the actual reason for COVID, let it be whatever it is, it can be science or that, but generally, many people, now today only I got this question, my parents are not allowing me to draw. Now COVID time, you don't have classes, nothing, schools are closed, draw. How much ever you want, you draw. But no, my mother is not allowing me, that is where you have free time, draw. Right? So all these COVID is giving an opportunity to family to come together. The bonding to come together. Go and talk to your grandfather, grandmother, have that communication. 90% of your life solutions is sitting within your family itself. But you want motivational speaker, you want spiritual books, you want spirituality all figured out. It is there sitting in your own life itself. But then what corporates are doing, split. Now you see the ads. Initially ads were all family ads. Then you have husband and wife ads. Now you have girl ad and boy ad. Right? And now slowly it moves towards babies ad. Mama, have this hair dye. You will look good. Right? So we are evolving and changing all this ad percept where families are being split. COVID has come to bring that back together, because if this doesn't go back together, the world is going to go in much more bigger crisis. That is the real truth of my understanding about COVID, seeing it from a positive perspective. So it's how you see it at the end. Many people tell me, sir, no time for my dream. Everyone is going, every college student I train now, fashion is entrepreneurship. I want to get into business. COVID time, work on your business plan. No. IPL is going. I want to watch IPL. Oh, new movie is coming. Salman Khan's. Oh, I need to. Yeah, what do you want? You're asking God one way. No time. When you're given all the time, oh, I don't want this time. Yeah, you're confusing God and universe also. So, is COVID positive? For me, it's the best thing which can happen to this world. Maybe the animals prayed. I don't know who prayed for this. Someone has prayed for it. Animals are frustrated. Yeah, every time the dog is getting kicked, put them in the home. I want all the humans in the home. Maybe animals prayed. Who knows? Right? We don't know whose prayers gods are listening to, right? Or God or universe, whichever you believe in, right? Law of attraction works for everyone at the end. So the question here is, what can we do in this given time? How can we bond as good, strong individuals? How can I talk to my mother? Now, let me ask a simple question. People talk a lot about COVID. What is the topic of discussion when you're sitting around your dining table? 90% of the communication is about world news, about neighbors, about outsiders. The day people stop that and asking, Mama, how's your life? Papa, how's your life? Beta, what is happening in college? When that changes, and that has to change, and then COVID also will change with time. Right? This is just my perspective. I can be wrong. Scientifically, you can say anything to this part. And now the best part is COVID is flourishing mental health now. Mental health business is going to go so very well because of this COVID. I can see it, right? But then what can I do? There's a limited people who I talk to, limited people who I have access to make them understand there is something much more bigger, which the world is working on to. Make sure you understand the worldly picture, and please don't get too much. I know this NGO is related to mental health kind of a thing, but my suggestion is it's all within you and the surroundings. If you fix the surroundings, no mental health is ever going to even touch you. But then, marketing is always there. Business is always there. They will tell a lot of stories to make a difference. Make sure you don't get sold to the story. Make sure you ask, because many people are not asking. Like, I still know a girl who messaged me, her husband passed away, and she was saying that all my parents were saying that go to a psychiatrist. Right? I said, I had a conversation with her. I said, do you feel your husband is alive with you? She said, yes. Do you have any emotional issues with it? She said, no. Go ahead. Live like that. Don't go to say. Let the world say you're crazy, mad. But if you think that the love of your husband is standing with you, go strong. You'll be much more mentally strong, because even parents also want to blame something, no? So they will pick a disorder. They will pick anxiety. They will pick depression, so they can give it. Most parents or most family, the biggest issue is no one has time to solve problems. When a newborn, this is for the youth in general, when a new kid is born, they hand over to their mother, or they hand over to a nursery, or they hand over to a maid. You have no idea what the kids are going through, because 8 hours, 9 hours, you have no clue what the kids at that young age is going through. Right? After that, school. You put in the school, again, responsibility over. After that, what happens? Put them tuition also. So I don't have to see them at all. Right? And then college, then go on. What you don't understand is, if you don't train your children with your values, someone else is going to teach their unnecessary values to them. So make sure you get that right. And COVID is the time to get those values right, to get that objectives, your core culture. Cultures are all being lost now. Family values are all thrown away, because first of all, parents also don't have a clear idea about the values and thing. They're just copying their parents. Find the answers of your history, about your past, about your God concept, or about your religious beliefs, or about your rituals which you do. Find those answers. Most of the answers, which I said, 90% of the answer is sitting with mother, father, and children. And that is why this COVID has happened.
Thank you so much, sir. So one last question, and we are winding up the session. Anybody has any question? One last question. I am having one question. If anybody of you are having, or else I'll ask. Anybody? No?
Everyone is thinking, what a crazy guy this is. All crazy stuff, and saying even mental health is all very easy to go. Right? Go ahead. Yeah.
So before becoming this outstanding person that we see, we are hearing at you live, you being the healer of mind or motivational guru or anything that you that people call you, so have you struggled finding this path? And can you tell us any incidents or anything that has happened in your life that has led to this mission of life is all positive and negativity does not exist?
Okay, so how it all started is, so I will start from I'm still working. That I don't know how many people know about it. I work as a regional sales manager for Middle East and South Asia. That's a job which I do. So 4-5 years ago, I had a great life. I traveled all around the world. India too, I travel, every alternate month doing for my work. So I found that I was suffering and the world was struggling, right? I was enjoying, the youth was suffering. So I thought I had this irritation coming into my head. So then what I used to do is whenever I travel in India for my work, I just see, okay, which is the famous temple there or church there or religious spot there, just to go and see to get this big answer. I went travel. I think it was 1 year I was traveling all around India to go to various places to get this answer, but I never got the answer. I was like, done, this is crap. God is not going to help me. Let me park it. So I was just thinking what to do. Once I went back to school, that's why I always say, make sure you meet your teachers once in a while. It is a different experience altogether. So I went to my school just to meet my supervisor, and he told me that your generation was great and today's generation has completely lost it. So that is the first time my first light bulb clicked. The light bulb clicked saying that, I need to do something for the youth. That means that's why this really irritated me, because 100 years, 200 years, or 1,000 years, how many of a human exist? And in 100 years, 1,000 future also, human always had a body, mind, and heart. These are the three. Oh, my Instagram switched off. I didn't even realize it. Great. Okay. So yeah, sometimes when I come in a flow, I forget everything, that what I say is meditation, right? So what I started doing is I slowly got into got to my supervisor and said, okay, this didn't change 100 years ago, body, mind, and heart. 100 years future, body, mind, and heart. This is not changing. The situation is changing, which people can't figure it out. And the other biggest problem which I saw is this generation gap, which is completely crap. And this woman, male, female gap, completely crap. It's all marketing. Because I did my MSc in business psychology. That's when I realized, man, this is all interlinked in a big marketing world where the people are just unknowingly doing a lot of stuff. So I said, that's it. I need to get into this and show the truth to the world. So I started writing articles on Facebook. The first article I wrote was on over-attachment, because obviously materialistic thing is what people talk about most of the time. So about over-attachment. And then I wrote about over-attachment of lover. That is the first time people started getting me things. So I thought, okay, people are responding. Why don't I run a couple of ads to spread it more to the youth? So I ran a couple of ads on Facebook, and then people started personal message. Sir, I want to suicide. How do I get out of this? Sir, I'm done with my life. So I started chatting, late night chatting. They figured out their life. And I started collecting feedbacks. So on my website, whatever feedbacks you see is 4 years ago, right? So I started collecting the feedback, and then people came to know I'm doing this. And one day, one aunt or uncle told me, why don't you do it for a college? And I did for a college and did the sessions. First, I thought I will go talk about my concept, but slowly flipped to question answer sessions. So then I started only question. All my shows directly go, ask me anything from bird pen that is generally bothering you, and I'll answer. And started doing that. Started a WhatsApp group for spreading positive messages, which you almost have 11,000 people. That's a big number, all thanks to God. That still people are staying in that group where we share positive messages in my messages. And then slowly did it more and more. I traveled all around India, and many people ask me why I do it for free. It just happened so, right? Because 2 times I thought of doing for free also, because when I wanted about motivation, everyone used to charge a lot of money. And once I saw many famous motivational speaker, when a lady was asking a genuine problem, and the guy says, please join my course to get all the answers. Pay 2,000 rupees. So that's when I said, this is not right. So then I started doing for free. And 2 times, people send me saying that we want money, we want to pay you, you're doing great stuff. I agreed to that, told them the money, both the plan got cancelled. Then I decided never in my life, ever, in future, next 10 years, 20 years, as long as I'm alive, I'm going to do it for free. And then slowly doing a team of people to spread this message positive further on. I won't be starting an NGO, but maybe I might start an NGO. I'm not thinking about it, but it will be a no donation NGO. It's something new, which we're getting into. So no funds, no money. Can humanity win over everything? That is the thing I'm working on right now. And yeah, challenge-wise, I never saw it as a challenge, right? Because everything was a learning experience. Every step From your perspective, I had a challenge. But every step, I went forward. Give me the challenge and make me so strong that I can reply. My wife always asks me this question. What if you go to a big stage? Because I do sessions, 800,000 people also, right? What if you go to this big stage and you can't answer the question? I have only one reply for that. They will only ask me the question which they can answer. Because I'm generally doing it from their heart, and their heart will only ask that question which they generally want. Or else they'll blank out. So that's it, guys. I just keep in such a way that very less people know about me. I don't want the whole world to know about me, because already I'm filled up doing a lot of stuff. So I'm not here for the name or fame or followers or whatever it is. It's purely as a giving back to the community. And when you're doing it from a giving back to the community, nothing feels like a challenge. You just enjoy it. And when you're meditating, you're in their own world automatically, right? So you can see it as a challenge. And I'm working also. I have my wife and my child also. And this thing which I'm doing. And various sessions which I do. And your session which I'm doing. It'll keep on going on until I can do it. The day I can't answer questions, I'm going to stop the whole thing then and there. So thank you for that. Any more questions? Yes. Sorry, I just went too much about the challenge stuff. Go ahead.
With this, we come to an end to our today's session. I would like to thank Deek sir for his valuable time and spontaneously answering each and every simple question that anybody has asked. And we look forward to more and more sessions with you, sir. If anybody wants to get in touch with sir, please get in contact. We have our groups. 12,000 members are running on WhatsApp. Sir does live Instagram, Facebook, other Google Meets and Zoom sessions. So we can plan up more sessions. If you want any dedicated session related to your academics, related to your personal life, related to your family or any other issue, so we can plan it accordingly, and it would be pleasure having Deek sir again with us. So
what I tell people is I'm available now. It is your wish how you're going to utilize it, right? I really don't know when I'm going to stop it. I don't know how long I'm going to do it. Right now I'm doing it. Today I'm doing it. Tomorrow I don't know anything about it, right? So and the other thing, Pratik did promote me a lot. Guys, don't see my stuff as entertainment, because there's enough speakers who's doing stuff for entertainment and making you feel good. I'm here just to answer the question which you're looking for a long time. Get the answer, learn to self-motivate, so you don't need me or any other motivational speaker. My objective is to get you self-motivated, so you don't need anyone else to hold on to or figure it out, right? So if that is understood, everything is good. And last thing I tell people on all my shows, how life is all positive. Every tear which falls over your eyes is something life trying to teach you. If you learn that lesson, the tear will stop. If you don't learn that lesson, the tear is going to keep repeating until you learn that lesson. So tear is a positive experience, teaching you like a teacher, teaching you in your school life, saying that improve, or else I'm going to keep hitting you until you finish the lesson and pass the exam. You can call that teacher God, universe, or whatever it is. That's it. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. I would like to thank our team members for organizing and supporting for everything that we have planned this today's session. I would like to thank our founder, Dr. Ridhima, Dr. Supriya, our co-founder, and all of my team members. Thank you so much. It was so lovely to have Deek sir and all of you with us. Have a lovely evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone, Pratik and the TRIUMPH NGO, for bringing me here. And I'm very obliged that I could answer some of the core problems which many of you went through, and I hope I've answered that into the best of the way, and you have figured out the upcoming where you need to go future. Pleasure, guys. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
So
and thank you to all the ma'ams who are there, asking me. So because when there's senior people, it's different, right? Because I'm junior to them, so I need to recognize them too. So my special regards to all the adults who are senior to me. Youth is youth only, so it doesn't matter. So yeah.
And thank you to everybody who could actually ask their question and get their answers, because this is what this session was planned for. Perfect. Thank you, everybody.
Perfect. Thank you. So that's it. In YouTube, I hope you have enjoyed the question. You know, this was a live show, so that's the reason I couldn't do it. I'm seeing a lot of questions. Oh God, I have seen a lot of questions. Deepa, I'm very, very sorry that I couldn't ask your questions or reply to you. I'm sorry, Suresh. Everyone have messaged me. It's just that I was live in an exclusive. So it's a private show for, you know, TRIUMPH NGO. So that's the reason I couldn't see any of your messages. I'm sorry, but I think I almost talked for 1 hour and 40 minutes. I hope you all enjoyed the show. Deepika is asking, can lovers be good friends after breakup? No. You have crossed your friendship relationship. So technically you can't do that because you have crossed the friendship relationship to lovers. There's no going back because someone will trigger with love in future. Vasu saying, is it good to show attitude to others? Why is the situation making the people to behave like that? I don't know what attitude you're talking about, Vasu. So it makes it very difficult for me to talk about it. So show attitude to others. There's two things. One is you showing attitude. One is other things feeling that you are showing attitude. So there's a big difference between both of it. So I'll just close this and just get me on. Right. So anyways, I can't continue the show because it's a TRIUMPH show. Tomorrow's what? Tomorrow's Monday, 7 o'clock, 7:30. I will be coming live and you can have a look at it. And there I will answer all your questions. I'm very sorry, everyone on YouTube. It was a private show. I should have mentioned it here as private show, so you guys know. And Deepa and everyone, Nitya, sorry I couldn't answer your question. Tomorrow 7 o'clock I'll be coming here to answer those questions, and we will answer it at the end of the day, if not today or tomorrow or some other day. So that's it. Thank you, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed the show. It was a pleasure. My Instagram just switched off. Unfortunately, I didn't know my battery was low and it just switched off. But very good conversation. Very interesting topics, great questions from two mothers. No, one adult and another adult. So yeah, it all worked out well. Thank you, YouTube and Facebook, for being a part of the show. I hope you all enjoyed it. This is the only way I can share screen. So that's the reason I had to share the whole screen with you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to share it. Enjoy it. Tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Tomorrow at 6 o'clock, I will come live again, answering your questions in the comments, answering their questions in the comments, right? That's it. Thank you. See you. Bye-bye.